Hi everyone, this is Lynn and welcome back to the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel. Today I am creating this thank you card and therefore I'm using the Best Adventure Bears by My Favorite Things. I'm stamping this image out on Transotype perfect coloring paper, which is a paper that is really good for alcohol markers, and I am going to color with my Copic markers today. Now I'm using the Gina design Amalgam ink, so I can never take the wrong ink pad, because this ink pad is a hybrid ink pad and it works for Copic markers but also for watercolor. So that's why I like using it. So I'm starting with the Copic coloring, putting the caps on the side, but also in the description box you will find all the Copic markers that I used. And I'm just working my way through this image. This stamp set by My Favorite Things is the stamp set that got me, and since then I am a big fan of My Favorite Things. So it's this one. This one convinced me of the brand. So my love for My Favorite Things started in August actually. If I'm not wrong, this was part of a kit. So coloring in these bears, they are going to have the same color, and then I'm going to make a really bright and joyful air balloon. So I'm showing you the coloring of these bear ones because I'm using the same colors and the principle of the shadowing is the same on the other one. I am sort of trying to get a highlight in the center of the image, but of course keeping in mind that there are some parts of their body that is overhanging the other one, and that's why you get certain shadows. So then up to the other images, or the part of this image, the stars, I'm going to do the same yellow combination in the balloon itself, in combination with some blues and greens. These three colors together, in my opinion, are so bright and so joyful, and I really like using them. So also about this paper, it's a paper that can handle a lot of alcohol markers on there, a lot of layers as well. So that's why I love using it. I don't experience any bleeding, so if you're struggling with bleeding, maybe it's the paper that you're using. And just check around. Well, this one works in my opinion, but maybe you have other options nearby that might work as well. So I am coloring 2 stripes of yellow. I am going to do one of the green here, and then I will have those 2 others in blue, like sort of a brighter blue, not just blue. In Dutch we say appelblauw zeegroen, and if I would translate it, it's apple blue sea green. So that's a bit strange maybe. But well, turquoise. That's the color that I'm going for, which is also not easy to pronounce it. So that's that. So this color is also going to be on my second line here, and then we are onto the background already, which is actually quite simple and really soft for this card, but I really like it. It's like the lightest color of this blue combination that I'm trying to use on the background. And it's just really soft and gentle. It's a thank you card, so I don't think it needs to be in your face, and this image is already quite bright, so that's why I decided to go for a more subtle background using 3 different products by Crafty Meraki themselves to create the rest of the card, and I just love each and every one of them. So I'm here adding the final layer. I do experience that I need to have at least 2 layers onto this paper before I'm happy with the blend. Next up, I'm going to die cut this adorable image using the matching dies, and then I can truly start on the background. So I'm just doing some cleaning up of the coloring, and then I can continue. So when I am running my stuff through the die cutting machine, I like to secure it using some purple tape, and I'm sorry for the tiny hairs. For the background, I am using the Thanks Shadow Word die, the Crafty Hive Slimline die, and the Timeless Frames Slimline die. And I have cut out the Crafty Hive Slimline die, the frames out of sea gloss by Concord and Ninth, and now I'm using the same ink sea gloss to use this Crafty Hive Slimline die as sort of a stencil. Now you can cover your complete panel, but I really wanted to be subtle this time, having already all those bright colors on my image. So I decided to have 3 areas on this panel to do the ink blending on and the stenciling. So I'm just randomly adding a few of these hexagons, and now I will have to trim down this panel. Also the things I cut out of the same sea gloss, and I added a white shadow underneath it, so just a little bit to the side. With the panel being trimmed down, I could start adhering everything. So I'm just making sure that my frame is on there. And then I can add the image using some thin foam squares, and the thanks I will just use some liquid glue once more. So I'm covering the complete back of this image just to be sturdy going through mail. And then I'm placing the thanks to make sure that the image is placed correctly. And then it's time to add the thanks. Now therefore I'm using the liquid glue, and then I will finish off this panel using some embellishments. So lining up the thanks, making sure it's straight, and then I'm pressing it down like this. And for the embellishments, I am using the bubbles by Little Things from Lucy's cards. These are iridescent, and I truly adore iridescent embellishments. They add so much more to your card, in my opinion. It's really fun. They have so many colors in them, and at the same time they are sort of just see-through. So they really shine onto your panel, and I love it. So after adding these, I'm just going to add this panel onto a slimline card base, and then this card is completely finished. I am not going to add anything more. I love the simplicity about this card, but I also love the fact that the image is quite bright and out there, and I hope that you love it too. So I want to thank you all for stopping by and watching this video on the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel. We truly appreciate it. I hope that you love this video, but also that you have an amazing day left. And I promise to be back soon with some new crafty inspiration. Bye!